What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Let's Play with Nevs. I have Porkins with me still.
Yeah!
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 And we're gonna play a game I've heard a lot about, the Stanley Parable. I haven't actually played it, but I've heard a lot about it, and luckily it's never been spoiled for me, though from what I understand, it's very hard to spoil.
Yeah.
I keep hearing about this game in riddles, so let's get into it. I just want to know what the hell's going on.
Me too.
Is never the end is loading.
Clever. What?
Huh? This makes no sense!
Snake!
Snake? Come on. Load up Stanley Parable.
It's almost there.
It's almost there.
Almost there.
It's gonna load.
He's almost
Come on.
there.
Come on.
Oh, yay.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Indeed.
Aww.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so I kind of feel like this game is going to be taking a Matrix approach.
I don't know.
Like, there's some weird shit going on. And that kind of looks like the computer that Neo was using, you know? It's got that weird stuff at the beginning. Followed the white rabbit.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh. Well, it said all he ever did was sit in his computer room.
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I had a feeling he'd never seen his co-workers because it said he was always in his room, pushing buttons. Must be a town hall meeting.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay, so we've got something like, what's that game with the crazy narrator? Damn, I can't think of what it's called. It'll come to me and I'll say it later.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
But what if I don't?
Dude.
God damn it.
Break the chain, dude. It's all about breaking the chain.
Alright, we're going right. Screw you,
This
hippie.
was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
This game, I can tell this game is going to destroy my brain. Already.
Remember, Henry, it's about the
Yes,
choices.
truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Oh, here's a soda machine. Can I use it? No? Cold drinks. $1.25.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It's pretty funny.
But
I like
eager
this.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Don't do it. Or maybe you should do it.
All right, let's do it this time.
So
Let's do what he says.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Wait, no, take that. You
Yeah,
got
this
it.
looks interesting. This is interesting. It's like a game of suggestion.
Yeah.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
This is great.
No, it's to the right, my mistake. No,
Oh.
not the
Never
right.
mind.
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
I love people with English accents. English narrators can always make things funny. In every situation. Okay, I guess we're going this way. Take a little detour. Whoa.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
One of them's fucked.
Oh, okay, I guess it's gonna put me back. Oh, shit, it did.
What?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I guess we have to follow the
Stanley
path.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know. What happened if you broke it again?
It's a good question.
When Stanley... Wait. What?
Oh.
No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh. Okay, I get to take a pick. Let's go left this time. Oh, wait. All the doors are open. God damn it. I don't like making decisions. Let's go this one, because it's... Well, I can't get over it. It seems like the way less traveled.
Wait, you could go that way, and then it would be like going the way you wanted to go.
True. Alright, let's do it. I'm gonna go with what Porkins says. What's in here?
Right, they're like all linked together anyway, it doesn't really matter.
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again.
I agree.
It's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No.
Was I supposed to be quicker? No? Maybe this is supposed to happen. I don't know.
What could it mean?
I really...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is ridiculous. I love this.
Okay, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
I'm sorry, this is way too funny. Yeah, this is a very unusual game. I will give it that. This is unlike anything I have played.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Does it have to do with this glitching gap?
Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Alright.
What is going on?
I'm telling you, man, they're pulling a Matrix.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Why don't you restart the game?
Well, you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay!
A lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh my god!
This game is awesome.
That was funny.
I've got a solution.
The Stanley Parable
Make sure we
Adventure
don't
Line.
get lost. I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Trademarked.
Trademarked. Just follow the line was trademarked separately. I'm sorry. I've never had a game make me laugh quite like this. This is good. This is real good. It makes me feel good inside.
You see? The line knows where the story is.
It does.
It's over in this direction.
Okay.
Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though,
Quickly.
here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way,
here.
is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on.
What?
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
So this game is basically a commentary about games,
Oh my god.
explaining why we play games the way that we do is what I'm getting out of this. This is great. This is really great. I was gonna take that other path, but I decided not to. This really makes me want to play it twice too. Go back and see what I missed. This music is great. It's got the narrator in it too. Bum bum bum. Bum bum. This is the kind of music they need to put in Outlast, you know? Like when we're being chased, play this song.
Yes.
That would make me happy. I might be even more frightened. So I could go that way, but I could choose to go this way. What the frick?
What? What?
We're pulling a portal here. I see. All right, we're going this way. Ba-ba-da-ba-bum. This music. What the fuck? Wait, this is not the same. But that this is different. That is different. It's just a similar room. I thought it was the same too.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern.
Alright, turn around.
Go back and look at the fern. What if I don't want to look at the fern?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Cue the music again.
I am a shrubber. We need a shrubbery.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line. You know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh man, this is too good. This is way too good. Oh, we're back here.
Oh, no, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been
Line.
through, Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell
What
with
number
it.
is fired?
Restart.
104 has been fired.
Yeah. I don't know. We're 427.
I don't know. I'm just wondering who 104 is and why he got fired.
Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Here we go.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Okay. So this is just a social commentary on games. That's what I'm getting out of this.
This
is
exciting.
great.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
All right. Now we're getting into the more open world adventure. Except it might not be open world. Who knows? This is the Stanley Parable.
You again.
Yeah.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Play the music track again. That shit was hilarious. Bum ba-dum bum bum. Bum 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 ba-dum
Kind of
bum
hard to ignore the
bum.
line when it's...
Yeah, I can't follow it up there. I like that they've trademarked the line.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
In we go. Confusion ending.
What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game eight times? That's really how all this
Stanley
goes?
dies.
It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So...
That's where we're at.
Okay.
Fifth.
I guess
So
now we just
four
wait.
more
You know,
restarts.
I suppose in some way
Unless
that
we
this is
really
a
did
kind
break
of
it.
story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
Oh man, we got like 3 more restarts to go, so
Oh
yeah.
no.
All of his co-workers were
No.
gone. What could it mean?
Oh yes.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Yes,
he simply missed
Porkins.
a memo.
Yes. This is glorious.
I don't want the game to end and I don't want us to die.
Yeah. I mean, we can start it
A
over.
set of 2 open doors.
Said after a
The
long
door
time.
is left.
Okay. So we weren't right. Let's go left now.
Yes.
I don't think it really matters which way we go. I think it's going to have a very similar outcome. Or the same. But I guess we'll see.
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other workers. Slides to assure employees that everything is okay.
That's funny.
Oh, jeez. What does this say? What do people want?
Things. What does that say?
Money, more money, things, but with money to buy more things.
Can you see what's scribbled out?
Where?
Happy feelings. Happy feelings.
Happy feelings. Mike James, you are fired. We have our new product. Graphs about things plus money. What is hot? Profits, profits, profits. That's great. Bi-quarterly post-review review. We need reviews. Want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule. But I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers. More water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to teenage demographics. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net. Some sort of child tray? Is that what that says? Trap. Work harder. Hard worker. Teenager. Size of demographic. A lot of percent. This is great. This is really funny. To do, synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market something. Can't read what's under it. Monetize free to play. Yep. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Does this do anything else? Number of slides on this slide. It's ridiculous. Broom closet? Can I go in? Oh shit, I can.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
You gonna say something if I don't? I bet you will.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't know.
What's the decision, Porkins? Up or down?
I'm always anti what the narrator is saying.
Alright, let's go down.
I mean, you complied with him once already, so...
Let's go down. What's back? Nothing back here.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe,
going in a circle,
he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
Here we go.
None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Doors close automatically behind him wherever he went. And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt.
Back here again.
Finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
He imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. While he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Nope.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss in an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Well, damn.
Does this count as a restart?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
What?
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Huh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go again.
What is...
All of his co-workers were gone.
Why?
What could it mean?
Didn't we just
Stanley
die
decided
now?
to go to the meeting
Already?
room.
I don't know. I don't
Perhaps
think
he
so.
had missed a memo.
Let's just see what happens.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This could be the start of the game again. I don't know. It's only been 29 minutes.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Ah.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
So there are many different routes in this game, it appears. Just another closet again. I'm not going in there. To the
Coming
boss's
to a
office.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
So I guess if you actually follow the path, it ends the game very quickly. I don't know. Oh, here's different. Boss's office? It's a big office. Jeez.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
This is ridiculous. I have no idea what's going on. Loading. What?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
So am I still in the game, or did I restart the game? That's what I want to know.
I think you're still in it. I think you get like a certain
Stanley
amount of
walked straight
attempts
ahead through
until
the
your
large
ending
door
is
that
decided.
read Mind Control Facility.
I don't know.
What is down there? That is escape, mind control facility. Let's do what he says. I would like to see the mind control facility, which is the room we were in before, I think.
The lights rose on an enormous room
That's where we
packed
were.
with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Indeed. Stanley must know. Tell me.
Stanley must hoe.
Stanley must hoe.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Which one are we?
Each bore the number of an employee in the
427?
building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a
Some of these are the same.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Let's do it again.
This mind control facility,
Fired.
it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
There's another fired over there. But I don't think that's us either.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I guess we'll find out.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Can I play with these at all? Guess they don't do anything. What's this one? Console disabled. We need to enable it. Enable the buttons. Yeah, big red button. Push it. I guess I can't push it.
So strange.
This game is really strange. It's great. There's a 5.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley. You activate the controls, did you?
I
After
did.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
What?
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
Go back and hit the button.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
Can you hit it now?
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go.
These
But
buttons.
I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock.
Oh boy.
These are precious
There's a
additional
4.
seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Looking for the numbers.
Oh dear me.
Where's
what's
3?
the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it on?
Is it 3?
I mean, look at you.
Yes.
Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbers.
That's what I'm doing.
These colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game
I hit
can
them
be
all.
beaten? One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Nope.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy.
Correct.
You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
This game is deep. This game is real deep.
What just happened? If we started in our office again, I'm gonna cry.
Yep. Office again. I wonder if it's even gonna tell us when the game is over.
What could it mean?
You eliminated
Stanley
them.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I'm assuming I'll start seeing repeats of things, then I'm gonna know the game is over. That is my guess.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, I'll play a little game.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Wait, we've already been here. Let's see what happens if we go back up to the office. And then I'm going to assume that this is a bunch of short branching storylines that repeat. Oh, what's in here? This is different. Taking the elevator.
Elevator's more like it, dude. This game is taking you to hell.
This game is like crazy. Elevator music.
This game is like insane.
Apparently it takes at least a couple of hours to see all of the endings, so there must be a lot to this game, and I'm just not seeing everything. And I doubt I will find it all. I'm probably gonna end this before too long. And just assume that we made it to the end. Because, as the narrator has said, there is no real ending. It's kind of what he was implying with his little speech before he exploded.
Happily ever up.
Come on. I guess we just ride on the elevator forever?
No.
Oh, no. I hit another button. Ha!
Is this where you got on?
Yep. Took me right back. So I'm assuming it just keeps going. And it just doesn't stop. It's just gonna keep going. What if I hit down? I hit up. Nope, still same place. Alright. Now I can't go back the way I came. Lame!
Try going back
Stepping
the way
into
you
his
came,
manager's
except
office,
check the
Stanley
escape
was once again
path,
stunned to discover
as
not
opposed to
an
going into the mine
indication of
facility, or go into the
anything
mine
alive. What could
facility
it
and hit
mean?
no.
Stanley
Yeah.
wondered
Or turn it
aloud
off.
to nobody.
Wait.
He began
That's a
wildly
different
tearing
dialogue.
through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation.
That's a different dialogue.
His attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact,
don't think that was the
this
same
keypad
one.
guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passage.
Let's hit no this time. On the switch. Let's see what happens when I hit no. Or off, not no. When I turn the machine off.
Stanley walked straight ahead.
Oh wait,
to
we have the
large
escape
door that
too.
read Mind control facility.
Oh, what do we do, Porkins? We go hit the off switch, or we go through the escape?
Maybe go for off escape.
The off escape?
Try escape.
Escape? Alright, we'll do escape, and then maybe come back and do off.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Well, we met a violent death the other way too, so.
Indeed.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I'm surprised this isn't a never-ending hallway.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Could be.
Yep. I'm gonna confront my death. Whee! It's like that part in Yep, there it goes. That was like the part in Borderlands 2 where your objective was to kill yourself.
Wait.
Oh.
You ain't dead yet.
This is different. I can't look down.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Everything was all crooked.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah. Well, that was another ending, I assume.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Oh
no! What? No? Never mind.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh my god.
This game.
I love it.
This game is ridiculous.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
It's the office. I think that's our office, actually. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Seconds have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. So yeah, that is where we go. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Filing cabinets. So this is a display of everything that's been happening. The two doors. The set of two open doors was the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable, or the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room is created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. The office. And we have button sounds. Those are the buttons I was trying to friggin' push earlier. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. The credits. There we have the credits to the game. And we have two paths, of course. The office. I probably could spend hours playing this game. Just trying to find all the endings. This is some of the stuff we were saying earlier. The point of the Stanley Parable HD remix is to win. Oh, jeez. Is this? From James Irving, subject... Ooh. I'm so confused. Narrator emails. Oh. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these in further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here, a selection of those emails. Oh, okay. This is so weird. More displays. Stanley's office.
I don't even.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This is weird.
Does this mean we won?
I don't think
Just
so.
like the,
We could
I saw
go
the
that
credits,
way.
dude. That's not.
Wait, what are those? Those are switches. Maybe this is a place we never went. Zending? Screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as the Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Zending levers. These levers were originally a part of the Zending. The player would pull a lever and the narrator would describe what color lever they had pulled. The game is now paused. Begin the game again. What? That's a weird room. Trailers. There are 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development. Huh. I don't see a trailer, though. Alright, let's go back to that other room. What? That wasn't there before. What does this do? Oh, I think it's just a display. Let's go down here. Charge!
I don't know. I don't even know.
Man, I don't know either, but I'm playing. I'm still going.
I don't even... Like, who are we?
We are Stanley.
Are we?
We are. Is there an ending, a path I can take? Or is this it? That is the question of the day. See, I know somebody in the comments is going to hate me if I just eventually stop playing. Because they're going to be like, no, there was another place to go. You should have gone over here, Nevs. But, yeah, there's an exit. Well, exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Alright, let's flip it off. And load.
Can you see?
Nope.
Did you click it?
Can you see how much they need one another?
No.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen, you can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
So I could hit quit, but I'm not going to. Oh, this game. This is a weird one. I will tell you. It's a very clever game. I like this. And we can load? No?
What if that's it?
That could be it. That could be the other ending.
I wouldn't.
Let's give it like a few seconds here and see what happens. Oh. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh. So maybe I do have to quit? Or maybe I don't have to quit? This game is making me question my life. Why?
What is love, baby? Don't hurt me. This is so crazy.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. No more.
We're pretty much insane right now.
This game can make people go crazy.
I don't know what to think about. Oh, you quit.
Yeah, I quit.
I was like, what?
All right, so yeah, Stanley Parable.
Yeah, maybe we'll play it again sometime.
Yeah, I could probably keep playing that for hours. I want to know like what all is going on in every little corner and crevice of that game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll see you in the next one.
Woo!
Peace.